Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2026, the start of 2026. I'm so excited to be back with everybody. I had a great break. I hope you all did as well. Let me pull up the chat here. Didn't do that yet. I think there's lots of chatter of soup making going on in the chat. Let me go back up here. Diane was the first one in this morning. She's dog sitting and she is chopping onions, garlic, and potatoes for her potato soup. Do you put cheese in your soup, Diane? My mom's old recipe, Taylor and I were looking at it yesterday. It's potatoes, cheddar cheese, carrots, onions, celery, I think is what's in it. So good. Oh my gosh. The house must smell amazing. Kathy made soup too. lots of soup making. It's kind of that weather. Happy New Year, Kathy. Let's see here. Carrie is here. Happy New Year, Carrie. I think I saw down here, Carrie is cleaning out shenanigans. She is cleaning out her wonderful craft space. I think we need a tour, Carrie. Have you ever done a tour? If so, let me know. I'm going to go back and watch if you've ever done a tour of your shenanigans. Let's see. Yep. Soup sort of day, cloudy and cool. Kathy is going to be sewing, waiting for her soup to be done. Hi, Susie. Happy New Year. I feel like a lot of people I saw, I've seen in the chats the last couple weeks, and I know a lot of us were in Laura's live last night, so that was fun. Hello, Lisa. Hello. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Happy New Year. Cheese on top. Okay. Like shredded cheddar cheese. Terry is here. Happy New Year, Terry. You'll do a tour soon. Good. I'm excited to see. I love craft room tours. I love organization videos, craft room tours. I'm all about it. Terry made soup. It's soup weather. Chicken noodle soup. Oh my gosh. I love homemade chicken noodle soup. Nettie is here. Hello, Nettie. Let's see. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I hope I didn't. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the start of 2026. And just to jump right into it, today we are making what I'm calling vision board journals. So this whole thing, I've had this, I've just been mulling around with in the last month. Christmas was super crazy. And I started thinking, okay, what would be a good way to start off 2026? And also I have all sorts of thoughts of things that I want to get accomplished in the new year, personally and craft-wise and business-wise and channel-wise. And so, yeah, I've just been sitting on this for the last month and little ideas have been popping in my head. But really the inspiration was this vision journal that I made a couple years ago at my sweet friend Rosina's birthday. We all sat down and made vision boards. It was such a beautiful day celebrating her. We walked, I think I shared that a couple weeks ago. We walked on the beach. We made vision boards. We ate delicious food. Rosina treated us to a sound bath. Oh my gosh, it was such a beautiful day celebrating her because she's an amazing, beautiful person. Let's see. Oh, that's so sweet, Diane. So the soup is a welcome home. I love that. How sweet is that? Oh, wow. Terry woke up to 3 inches of snow. First big snowfall of the year. Wow, I bet it's beautiful. Nancy's here. Hi, Nancy. Happy New Year. I hope you're having a blessed and happy year too. Blessed and happy start of the year. Awesome. So this was sort of my thought process. And I'm like, I was thinking, do I want to make a vision board going into the new year? And then I started thinking in terms of the things that I wanted to do in the coming year and accomplishments. And I have found with myself, it's difficult for me to stay on task. I'm very squirrely. It takes a lot for me to stick to things, but I've discovered about myself that if I make lists, even lists on the daily, wake up in the morning and I grab a piece of paper and I make a list of things I want to accomplish that day, I stick with it because I love checking them off, the satisfaction of checking things off and also keeping me focused. I have a difficult time with focusing. My nature is just to go with the flow and fly by the seat of my pants. That's who I am by nature. And so those lists keep me focused. Then I started branching out and thinking, okay, how could I incorporate a vision board into making a journal? And then I started thinking about a vision board journal and perhaps laying it out monthly. So that's how I'm going to lay mine out. In a little bit, I will turn the camera around and sort of show you what I have planned for my journal. But of course, your vision board journal should be unique to you. Maybe you don't want to keep lists and track of things on a monthly basis. Maybe you just want to do a page per month and maybe just do collaging and things that you enjoy. So your vision journal should be very unique to you, but I will be sharing my process, my thought process behind it. And also I'm keeping a very open mind because this is the first time I'm doing it, and I know it'll be a work in progress. So I'm imagining as I move through the months, there may be things I find that are working and not working as I sort of refine it with the thought that I want to continue this in the coming years as well. So this is the kickoff year 2026. Let's see here. Hi, Marcy. I haven't seen you in so long. Hello. Happy 26. Laura is here. Laura is in the house. Hello, Laura. I enjoyed your live last night with Christy. It was so relaxing watching you guys color. And I got all my Christmas sorted. I now have, oh my gosh, it's embarrassing to say. I think I have 5 zipper bags of Christmas crafting supplies. Well, junk journal supplies, not crafting supplies. Dimensional crafting supplies are elsewhere, but just Christmas junk journal supplies, paper, all that good stuff. It's embarrassing how much I have, but I got all organized while I was watching you guys. It was very relaxing. All right. So first things first, I have to look at my list. Made a list already this morning. Okay, let's do the prompt jar and then I'll talk about supplies. I did put a supply list down in the description, but supplies are super easy. I'm going with free. I'm going with things that I have on hand. And I think you guys will all have these same things on hand. And if you don't, just improvise, but let's focus on making it free, upcycled, that kind of thing. That's really my focus. Okay, let's pull our first, oh my gosh, why does this always happen? Our first prompt of the year. I can't even make this up, guys. I mean, look how many prompts are in here, and this is what I just pulled. How does that even happen? Something new. This is our prompt. I don't even know what I was thinking when I put this prompt in. Oh, well over a year ago. We've been pulling prompts for what, at least a year? I don't know. How would we interpret this? It's crazy that this is what we pulled today. Something new, I think for me would be maybe a new craft supply, maybe something I haven't tried before, maybe a technique I haven't tried before. Maybe something I received for Christmas, if any of us received crafty gifts for Christmas. So crazy, just crazy. I don't even know how that happened. So Okay, that is the first prompt. I don't have a make to share with you today because I am behind. I am behind washi tape. What were the last two we pulled last year? I think nature, maybe nature and washi tape. So I need to catch up with those two. I don't have anything to share today, but whoops, that's not a big deal. I just dropped it on the floor. I was going to do my makes last night, but I'm like, nope, my Christmas needs to be organized. It's been over a year. That's so crazy. Did you, Diane? That was a fun one. I love that. That would be a good new, something new if anybody hasn't done that. I made door was probably our thing for crafty prompt for the week. And so, yeah, I sandwiched two playing cards together and made a little door with, of course, a little owl behind it. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll talk supplies. Let me see here. It's like I have never done this before. Oh, let me move this over so I don't make you guys sick. Seasick. Also, we're going to have to talk about my tablecloth that I put down. We will have to decide as a group if it is too busy. Let me move this here. So hopefully that's okay. So I think I had shared that I picked up this oilcloth tablecloth at one of my local thrift stores. And when I cleaned off all the food after New Year's Day, I put the tablecloth down. I have to say I am loving the tablecloth because, whoops, let me take Laura down. Oh my gosh. I'm like a real novice at this. I can't even find it here. I'm loving it because it's been easy to clean off. My mouse rolls really easy on it. So I'm loving it, but we'll have to decide if it feels too busy to everyone. Also, I'm hoping it doesn't make the camera do the zoomies because of course it's apt to do that. Oh no, let's see. Oh, Angela, I'm sorry you're having to do blood draw today. Hopefully there won't be much of a wait and you can get home. Also, I think this is definitely we're going to revisit this on a monthly basis. So this will be a work in progress. And we may decide at the end of today's Crafty Live, maybe we want to continue it next week. So we will keep that open. Oh, that's right. We were all talking about soup last night. So hopefully Angela was talking about a soup and she can post that link for Susie to click on. You love it? Okay, good. I like it too. It is. I still have my Christmas up. I am so enjoying my Christmas this year. I put it up so late and I don't know, maybe I'll do that again next year because usually I it's just too much for me. It feels really cluttered and I'm ready to put it away at the start of the new year, but I'm just loving it. It feels so cozy, maybe because it's been very cold and rainy here, but I just love the Christmas tree and the lights, and I'm just totally enjoying. So, yeah, the tablecloth is just kind of adding to the bright happiness of it all here in the room. Okay, good. Awesome. Angela added that in for Susie. Okay, so here's the vision board. Supplies are so simple, and I'll share a couple different ideas. What I'm using for the base of my vision board journal is an old calendar. So I love these spiral bound calendars. I probably have 4 or 5 of them. I just kept them thinking they would come in handy for something. And so I ripped out any page that had writing or that was pertinent in any way. I have a ton of pages left because obviously I wasn't good at doing my daily list making, the reason why I love these, also I like that they have the daily section here. So my current one, I need to get back to that today, but I typically will come in and write a note. So this is what I'm using for my base. I think it will work well, but again, this is a work in progress. But if you don't have something like this, certainly an old book would be great. You can just take pages out as you need to, rip the pages out if it becomes too bulky. A composition book would work great too. And this was junk mail today. So something like this would work great too. This is just something from Ethan Allen, but you can cover the pages and use this. There's probably enough here if you want to do a monthly journal like I'm doing. There's probably more than enough pages and something like that. I'm putting that right into the recycle. I probably should use it for something. So those are some ideas and options. We probably all have those around the house. You could even use a magazine and glue on that and make that your journal. Let's see. Awesome, Angela. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good blood pressure. We love it. We love it. Diane says she splurged on these 26 and bought Grinch stuff. Decorated my brother's TV room. Oh my gosh. Is he a big Grinch fan? That's so fun. So that he's coming home to Grinch decorations and soup. What could be better? That's gonna be a really fun homecoming for sure. Okay, so the other supplies, which again are super, super easy. I think that magazines actually offer the best cheap, free, low cost images. And actually, like if we were looking in here, actually look at this. Now that I'm thinking about that, why did I put that in? I think we're going to use this. So magazines, periodicals, that kind of thing. You can find great bold words, graphics. I think I ripped something off of this. This is the current, this was the December issue of Better Homes and Gardens. But yeah, magazines, I think, are the way to go with this. I don't collage with magazine pages on the daily, but I think I would highly recommend that. The other thing you can pull out is scrap pieces of paper for background pages, that kind of thing. I did a little quick, just a little practice kind of collage. I had a lead page in my journal and I thought, okay, I haven't collaged in this kind of this vibe in a while. So let me sit down, let me have a little play and just play around with it. So this is just some scrap paper, some old printable I had sitting around, some map paper. I think I'm going to use map as a running theme throughout my journal. I love vintage map pages. I think obviously with Day Trip, it's sort of a play on that. So I think I will, on every page every month, I'll have a little bit of map page. This is just some painted book pages that I had. So I just pulled out stuff. I just sat here. It was all things I had at my fingertips and that were free. And then look at this sweet, adorable image that I think came out of a really old Better Homes and Gardens book. So again, free, free, free. Of course, glue sticks are our friend. I have Fabri-Tac and art glitter glue if I need it, but it's probably mostly going to be glue sticks, scissors, maybe a ruler if you want to rip down a piece of paper. That's always handy, but super simple supplies. I'm going to grab out my fussy cut scissors and my longer scissors. And okay, so let's do a little bit of flip through. So I did this little fun collage in the lead page. And then how I'm going to set up my journal, I haven't done anything here. So this is the lead page. And then these two pages are going to be my basic vision board for the year. And what I did, my pages are a little bit on the thin side. So what I did was I glued two together. I just took a glue stick and glued them together. I didn't do a very good job on lining them up, but that definitely makes them a lot more substantial. And then of course, as you start collaging and adding your papers on, it'll be a little bit thicker. And I like that. I like that weight of it because I'm going to be in and out of this book, probably on the daily, definitely on the monthly. So that's a recommendation. Because I wanted to work a little bit ahead of you guys today, I also went ahead and started my monthly page for January. So the way I'm going to build my journal, and again, it's unique to you on how you want to use your vision board journal, but my plan is to do a page layout for each month. So this is the start of my January page. And because I want to make lists and keep track of things, goals, aspirations, on a personal basis and on a YouTube, Etsy business side of things, crafty side of things, projects that I want us to work on together, I'm going to have one side for personal and one side for business. So I already kind of did this personal side, and I'm not getting super hung up on finding the images. These were images that I had that were sort of already fussy cut. I keep a little, let me grab it here. I keep a little cigar box. So these are actually images that I fussy cut out probably 2-3 years ago now. I had a big stack of magazines, and when I was taking care of my mother-in-law, I would just take over a couple magazines every day and then sit and go through them, pull out images that really kind of spoke to me. But again, I'm not going to get super hung up. If something speaks to me, appeals to me, I'm just going to glue it down. That's how I'm proceeding with this. And I'm hoping as I go through the year, I'm going to find images that I come across and I'll be like, oh, that would be great for when we get to December. That would be great when we get to October, kind of Halloween time. This was a little image. Our niece had brought over ice cream sandwiches New Year's Day. And so this was just a little fussy cut. They had these really cute stickers. They were kind of high-end ice cream sandwiches that they had received as a gift. And so this was a little cutout. And I thought, well, that reminds me of that day. So it's a little, kind of a little memory from that day. So I added that. Another example would be, I don't know if I can find it. I think it's in here. So basically, kind of setting myself up for success. So I don't spend a time on the collage part, and I'm really spending more time on the goals and aspirations, or at least hemming and hawing over the collage part. I can't find it, but we had a coffee that we were drinking over the last couple weeks, and we had picked it up at World Market. It was Halloween themed. It was on sale. Taylor and I had grabbed it. And so I did a little fussy cut of an image that was kind of Halloween. So I thought, okay, I'll stick that in an envelope and I will save that for October. So I've kind of done the same thing. I went through my box and I pulled out things that were sort of seasonal, right? I pulled out like a squirrel. I thought that would be fun come fall. I have some Easter eggs, that kind of thing. So I'm just going to keep this little envelope here. I may put it into my journal or maybe just keep it in this box, and then I can just pull that out every month, and I already have some things to go. So I'm again setting myself up for success. And then this envelope, I just went through my fussy cuts, images and things, and I pulled out things that just spoke to me. Oh, look, actually that should go in the other one. So we have some eggs. I might leave that there. I kind of like that one. So this was a little book image that I came across. I'm going to put that in this other one. There we go. And yeah, so these are just ones I picked out. I think they might be fun to use on my vision board page, and then maybe on the other side where I'm doing my business side of things, my little collage. The other thing I discovered is that, oh, and I'm sorry, I'm jumping all around. I'm trying to focus here. Yay, Angela. Angela is done. Awesome. I bet you'll get home in time. And the supplies are so easy. You can grab and go. Is Kadi here? Khadija is in the house. I didn't see her come. Oh, there she is. Hello. Happy 26, friend. So I'm going to be using index cards for my goals. I have so many of these. I have a ton of them. We probably all have the same. If you don't, obviously just a piece of paper will work as well. And then I want to add a pocket to each of my page. Now, I discovered that these letter size envelopes work. They're perfect. They are the perfect width to hold index cards. So what I did, and I have so many of them. I have like way too many of them. This I'm going to put off to the side. I have so many of them. So I just grabbed a big pile and I went ahead and cut them. So I discovered if I cut them, I can actually get 3 per envelope. So I just measured and did mine in thirds. It wasn't exact, but if you have these letter size envelopes and you are using index cards, I cut 2 at 3 1/8 and I cut 1 at 3 1/4. I don't care that it'll be a little bit different side. Maybe I'll just use these on a particular page so it's a little bit more uniform, but I went ahead and cut them off for the year. So again, I'm setting myself up for success. I don't have any roadblocks to get started and do my collaging on a monthly basis. And I'm going to keep these clipped to the back here. May move them around. They may go into that cigar box as the year progresses, but for now, I'm keeping them here. Oops, I need to pull out one. Let me pull out one for the other side. And I'll do that. I'll do a little check and see. This is probably the same size. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm going to pull that out. We'll use that later. Put that over there. Okay. And then, oh, actually, let me pull out a second one because I actually thought this morning I had sort of an epiphany when I was thinking about keeping track of things. I think I'm also going to add an envelope onto my spread out, my kind of main 2026 spread. And here's why. I want to have an envelope that will hold sort of my yearly aspirations, like the things I want to work towards or the things that I want to focus on. So I think I'm also going to add an envelope here. That way I can put down just kind of my general main visions for the year. And then monthly, I'll kind of break down and have my little checklist. So that thought came to me today when I was getting ready for this. Okay. All right, friends, I am going to just start digging in. Raise your hand if you have gathered supplies and if you are going to be working along with me. I want to cut this out. I love this. I love this, a year of change. I'll look through here too and see if I see anything else that kind of speaks to me. I now feel bad that I was going to throw it in the recycle. Okay, so we have that out. Let me do a quick flip through and see if there's anything else in here that's fun. Were your partners in design? I don't know, that might be something. Oh, I like this too, this made for each other. I don't know, that kind of speaks to me in a way too. Let's cut that out. like that too. Oh, look how this has a lot of good stuff. Look at that. Nothing sweeter. Okay, I'm not going to put this in the recycle. Quality. Look at this. Crafts people. That's pretty big, but I like it. That's what we are. We are crafts people. So maybe even if I don't use that in the vision board, that may make it into one of the monthly. I love that. This is great here. Awesome. Diane is working along. I love it. Perfect patterns. And I know Diane said that she was lucky and found like a spiral bound book, maybe an old calendar when she was out thrifting. So that is awesome. I'm thinking too, I may just use this for multiple years. Again, we'll just have to say, oh, I didn't share this at the front. I also made, because it had the old year on it, I just made a really simple label to go on the front. And speaking of Carrie, this is a cute little label that she sent in a package to me. She put this cute little bag full of thank yous and little happy mail things in the package. And I think these are Rifle Paper Company, if she's listening. So I grabbed one of these labels that Carrie had sent me, and I just used my little letter stamps, those little clickable ones, and I just made it really generic vision board journal, and I dropped it down too low. So I added a little arrow there. So I'm not making this, I'm not saying, well, this is going to be just 2026. I'm kind of keeping it open. But I did that on the front. Okay, I'm going to put this over here because definitely there's probably some more things in there. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Actually, I'm going to take this out and I'll put it back in. So I'm going to get started on my vision board layout for the year. I'm just going to grab some things and let's craft together. So these pages right here, they were a little bit tall, so I just wrapped them around on the other side. That's kind of an easy, quick thing to do, because it does get a little cumbersome to get in here and kind of cut things. So I do that. I'm just going to grab my glue stick. I'm not going to give it a ton of thought. Let me grab a little piece of paper down here. A little scrap paper. I think I'll put a piece of scrap paper behind here. Keep that clean. And I'm actually just going to put the glue right on the page. The other takeaway with magazine images, they're really thin. So sometimes they get a little difficult to work with. So I'll alternate. Sometimes I'll put it on the page itself. Sometimes I may stick it down, put it on the back of the piece of paper. So do that. And I think I'll just leave that hanging off there for a little bit. And let me grab a couple other things. I just grabbed some of these little scraps. Oh, I like that there. So I'm just doing a little bit of a background. I'll pull out that old vision board again. We'll look at that, the one that I did before. I think this one, where did it go? Oh, I've already lost it. So I think when I did this one, I just found some background magazine images that had interesting, kind of a neutral, interesting backdrop. And then I came in, so I glued those down, and then I came in and added like focal images. So I think I'm going to do the same thing here. I think that makes it a little bit easier. Let's see, did I pull out anything else that was kind of neutral? Here's some other map. Let's maybe put that on this side. And the other thing I think I'll do, and this will be a work towards, but probably what I'll do, it already has these tabs, but I might cut out with cardstock so it's a little bit more substantial. I'll probably make little tabs here. I could even use tickets. I could use just, a cut piece of craft paper, and then make little tabs here. So this one I'll probably say January and so on. So that's kind of my thought with that too. I think these work. This is kind of a great thing for that. Oh, actually, let me put that up here. I'm going to put this one up here. It has a little rip. So let's just kind of do that. Quickie. Oh, how cute, Angela. I love that. Yep, just 9 goals. And I find that when I make really lofty goals, I don't stick with them. So I think even for me, if I stick with this for the whole year, that's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be give myself grace, because you never know what happened. We don't know what's coming tomorrow, next week, within the next couple months. We don't know how our years will play out. So, of course, things change, life throws us curveballs sometimes. So we definitely have to give ourselves some grace. We don't need to go super, super crazy with goals, and just, do things that are attainable. I'm not going to have I'm probably going to do the same thing. I'm going to have a few specific kind of big goals that I want to work towards. I'm looking for my ruler in the coming year, but I'm not going to go super crazy with it. But I like that. Just a nice little reminder that you can have out in your craft space and in your room. This is just an old calendar that I used to have in my mother-in-law's room at assisted living, and it has really cute graphics on it. So I'm gonna take a little piece of this. That's the other thing. If you have calendars that have, January, February, whatever, that would be super cute. I don't have something that has that big graphic, but that would be a great idea on your individual pages. You could put January on there, and that would be a great way to signify what month it's on. Gardeners are here. I'm probably going to have to run out in a few minutes and get them their check for the month. Per usual, we always have the gardeners going on here. Yes. Hi, Amy. Happy 2026. Yes, goals can be playful, non-demanding. Some of my things this year, I definitely, I want to do travel, spending time with family, with my kids, even extended family, and having fun, enjoying life. Those are some of the things that are going to be on my goal. Maybe you want to dance more. Maybe you want to listen to music more. I like these. I'm going to save these little pieces here. We might stick these in somewhere. I guess I did. I'll have to look through. It looks like maybe that was December. So maybe I do have some big, bold months written out. Let's put that there. And some of this may get covered up, but I'm just giving myself a little bit of a background here. Let's find something to put down here. What do I have? I might not have pulled out a lot of background. I might want to keep that for something else. Here's some more words I pulled out. Here's another one. Oh, I like this one. I found this one. It said, "What she did." and it has makeup here. Those spoke to me. Oh, also I was looking for background pages on the other pages. And then I'm not judging myself, but I don't know. This spoke to me for some reason. So maybe I'll use yourself. Oh, let's use this somewhere. This might get covered up too, but this is cute. I find Better Homes and Gardens has really cute images. They have those kind of cartoony ones. Obviously the photographs with the florals and whatnot, but a lot of these came from Better Homes and Gardens. Oh, here's some more words. Oh, here's a piece of just background. That'll fit right there. It's already sticking down here. Yeah, just like the collaging every month, we want to make this easy, accessible, no stress. I might need to pull out a couple more pages. I don't think I pulled out enough. Let me see what I have down here. I pulled out folders that I had that have, I might use, this is total scrap paper here. This is some of that feather stuff that I was, we used this for another project, I think last year. It was a fall journal, and this was a piece I saved because it was super green. Oh, and I have another piece of that, so we can use some of that. And then I have this whole thing that's just book pages. So let me pull out a couple book pages here. So I'm not only pulling out images I love, but just things I love. I love old books. I love old book pages. So that's something to keep in mind too. If you have types of things that you gravitate towards, it's fun to incorporate that too. Well, it's fun, kind of a little, although I'm not good at math, but I do like that book page. Okay, let's add some of this in. Make it a little bit bigger on this side. Oh, you know what? I should have clicked it. Let me click it. That is a good reminder. Let me click it. And then I'll come back to the chat. Usually I do that. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Okay, I did that. I did it. Let me play that. I think I missed. Jonna's here. Jonna, happy 26. Make sure. How are you doing? I'm so glad you're here. I love that. So Diane's vision journal is going to be what makes her happy journal. I love that. I love that. Are you going to be adding maybe pictures? Are you going to just do images that you see that make you happy? I love that. Oh, that's a good thing to bring up. I was going to touch on that too. So Cotty says, I decided to use the word focus, lean into this year instead of goals. For example, with my art, I want to lean into collage more. For mornings, I want to dance more. Oh my gosh, I love that. For work, focus on ease. You get the drift. I love that. And I've done that before. So that's a great segue. So I know a lot of people will pick words for the year. So over this last month, that was also part of my some of my thought process. I'm like, do I want to pick a word? Do I want to do just a big vision board? And it's sort of morphed over time, and I'm sure this will continue to change over time too as we go through the months. And I was like, I feel like I want a little bit of a word. I sort of thought about balance a little bit because I have difficulty. Balance, I'm kind of an all or nothing. I hyper focus on things. Um, from time to time, I let other things go. But I did come up with a little bit of a word, which is really what this is all about. Where did it go? You guys probably saw it. I had a little card here. Now, of course, I can't. Oh, here it is. So I don't know if this is really a word of the year, but this is something that I want to do this year. And it comes back into play with this whole vision board journal, which is really to focus on getting things checked off. Um, Personally, I have a really big project that I'll share with you. Maybe you guys can keep me accountable because I've been procrastinating for a bunch of years on it. Oh wait, let me go give the burner a check real quick. I will be right back. Focus on the focus. I will be right back. I don't want to forget to do that. Hi. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I am back. Back. So I am using this as sort of my word for the year. So I'm going to add that here. And I couldn't find it printed out or in a magazine. I thought, well, surely I'll find it in a magazine. So I just took some stickers here and then stuck it on an index page. So I'll do a little bit of a fussy cut. But I am going to loosely use that as my word this year. Okay, let me get a little bit. I love, oh, Diane. Okay, so yes, pics, words, numbers, family, plants, animals, images. I love that. I love that. I think that's a lot of what went in to this one that I did a couple years ago. I had a lot of camping images. I was looking forward to spending time with Jim and the kids, jumping in our RV, doing some traveling. Of course, you all know feathers are near and dear to me. They represent my mom, and I'm always drawn to butterflies. That's my Nana. Walking, I needed to get my body moving. I think a lot of these things are going to end up on this one as well. They're much the same. I had some, crafting supplies here, flowers. This was sort of a nod to the day that I made this. We were taking pictures of each other jumping on the beach, and I discovered I couldn't jump. I got like 2 inches, not even two. I probably got like a half an inch off the ground. Some of the ladies, oh my gosh, they got so much air. They were jumping so high, and I, yes, got little to no air. So this was really funny when we went back to the house and I found this. So I added that. That should maybe be one of my aspirations to, jump higher. What do I have here? To have joy, one must share it. And I think I accomplished that. I think this little corner of YouTube of mine definitely allows me to do that. So yeah, I think a lot of all these things on here, they still ring true for me. These are still things that I focus on general in life. So yeah, it is interesting now that I'm looking. I thought I have some hands, being creative. And then this is a big one. I'm going to share this one. This little picture here signifies something on a personal basis that I need to do this year because I procrastinated, and it's a big one. It is a big one. And when I get to that picture, I'm going to share. It's a big one because it's disruptive. It's going to be really disruptive on us as a family, disruptive on our household. And I've just been procrastinating, but it's going to be top of my personal side of things this year. Okay, need need something else here. Let's put this here. This fits perfectly. And I have to do it this year. I can't procrastinate anymore. I got to get it done. I probably mentioned it before to you guys. My whole family knows, all my friends know, and I've just been ignoring it. Okay, let's use a piece of this because I don't want to use. We might put some of that down. I keep losing. Okay, I should put it here it is. I should put it one place. Oh, I like this. 14 probability. Oops. It's probably going to get covered up, but I like this little thing here that says probability. How apropos is that? I'll do it this way, so it may end up showing. That's fun. Perfect. Okay, let's get these things out of here. Glue. I bought these. You guys use these, so they were super inexpensive. I think these are the last two, maybe. Oh no, I gave a couple to my niece. But these Avery glue sticks, I don't know. I haven't been a big fan. They were super inexpensive. I wanted something inexpensive because I knew I was definitely going to be going through a lot of glue with this project. But I don't know. I can't say that I'm loving them. And I feel like when I've had the Averys before, they haven't been this kind of look or packaging with this see-through thing. So I don't know if they changed their packaging, or maybe it was just how they were in this value pack. I don't know how many were in there. Maybe 6 or 8, something like that. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Okay, I think we're good. All right, now I'm going to attempt to do a little cutting here if I can. Oh, this is very awkward. Let me see this way. Okay, this is a little bit easier to go this way. We're not going for perfection. Maybe this one I can wrap around. Oh no, I already collaged that side. So I think what I would have done, normally I jumped ahead because I wanted to have a little bit of an example for you guys, but I think as we work through it, something like this, I would probably just wrap it around and glue it. And then I'm sort of ahead of the game for the next month or the next page, but we'll take that off there. All right, that was super quick and easy to do that. Now let's get into the fun with the images. And I also said I want to add a little envelope here too, I think. Do I want it on that side or that side? I think I want it on this side. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll decorate the outside of this and then I'll glue it on. Again, I'm going to make it really quick and easy. And when you cut, if you're going to use the letter size, obviously as you cut them in thirds, you're going to have these little flaps here, but it's super quick and easy just to glue those down. Oh, that's a good tip. Kathy says wet the glue with water and it makes it easier to move around. I was ripping lots of magazine pages the other day. In fact, when I was working on my gal here, I ripped her head off. So you can see she's been repaired. She has a little rip there. I should take some, give her a little necklace there. But yeah, it's sticky with the magazine pages, so maybe I'll go get a little bowl of water And I don't know, I just wasn't loving it. And I've loved the Avery glue stick. In fact, I think that one was pretty highly rated when I did when Taylor and we did that glue stick review. We bought all those different glue sticks. I think I kind of liked it. So I don't know. Okay, so I glued that. Let's decorate that up a little bit. Let's just put a little bit of these background pages on it. Kind of same thing we were doing with the other. Oops, here we go. Like that. Let's do a little bit of this here too. That's kind of a nice background. Love, love, love these feathers. What does that say? I don't know. That's in French. I'm just going to put that in the... there. Okay, let's glue that on. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. And I need one little other piece. No, I don't want to use that because that's right next to that. Where is this one? Let me grab this one. Oh, here it is, up here. It's not ripping very well. Okay. Hope you guys are all crafting along with me. Also, if you guys want to share what some of your aspirations are for the coming year, that would be super fun too. Okay, so I covered our envelope. That should be one of my aspirations. I need to make a little holder to keep pencils and things in on this side of the table. Okay. Super cute. Okay, so there's my little pocket. I'm not going to glue it down yet. I'm going to start going through my images here. Maybe just placing them on. I love this one with the paper clips. I have a little bit of a paper clip obsession. So I like that one. It's kind of a nod to journaling, starting this journal. Let's stick that there. I'm going to kind of pull my favorites. I love this one. This I know came from Better Homes and Garden, but I like this. It's like a little magazine spread, a vintage magazine, and I like the camping and the mountains and the outdoors. I think I'm going to rip that one down. That's definitely high on Joy's this coming year. Traveling. Being outdoors, which feels super good. Being in nature. Being with my honey. As the kids have gotten older, they don't go with us as much. Definitely not on long trips because they're doing the full-time college thing, but okay, I like that one. Let's see. Other ones I pulled out. Okay, so this one, this is definitely going on my page. So we have been thinking long and hard. Cha-Cha, as you know, we lost Kai Key last year. And so we haven't rushed into it, but Cha-Cha is so lonely. He so wants to be friends with Thor, the neighborhood cat that comes and visits us. But so yeah, I think we haven't gone to look, we haven't gone to any of the shelters, but we're really kind of taking it slow. But we think we want to rescue a little brother or sister for Cha-Cha because he misses his brother dearly. They cuddled and spent a lot of time together every day, and although we're compensating for it a lot, we could just tell he's lonely. I don't know if he still remembers Cha-Cha, but he definitely walks through. He's very vocal. Sometimes he sounds a little lonely. Oh, Angela, I get it. Let me catch up a little bit. Angela, you won't even believe you did miss it, and you're not going to believe it. Look at this. How does that even happen? That was the poll for today out of the prompt jar. And you can interpret that how you want to interpret it. I don't even know what I was thinking when I put that in the prompt jar forever ago, but can't make up the craziness of that. So apropos. That happens almost on a weekly basis. Let's see. Carrie says, I don't make resolutions. This year, my aspiration is to spend more time where I'm celebrated and less time where I am tolerated. I love that, Carrie. Yeah, life is too short. We want to be where we feel good. We want to be places that bring us joy, and that goes with people as well. So yes, I love that. I'm not really big on making goals either. I find I don't stick with them very long at all. In fact, most years I forget what that goal even is. That's how quickly I move on. So this is my goal for this year, is to stick with this, because I know list making really works for me. So if I stick with this 12 months this year, and you guys will also hold me accountable, but this is something that so if I stick with this, it's going to be amazing. Hi, Sonia. How are you? We're so glad you're here. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. Let's see. Is Amy doing a junk journal? I don't know. Amazing Amy's art. I don't know if she's doing. I don't know if she is going to join us. So Amy has had a loss in the family. And so probably it would be good. I'll take a little moment to just send her lots of love. And so I know, yeah, but she made the most beautiful journal. She posted a picture of it in memory of her mother-in-law. It was so beautiful. She posted a picture in our craft group either yesterday or this morning. Yep, that's right, Carrie. We love you and adore you. So just keep spending a lot of time with us. Let's see here. It is, Angela. Oh, I would love to see a flip through. I think you said, I clicked on the link that you guys shared last night. So Laura had bought this book. It's called Flow Book, that they carry on Amazon. But I would love to see a flip through of that. That's my one pet peeve when you're looking at things on Amazon or books on eBay and stuff, they never show you the inside pages, or maybe just a couple pages. So it's really hard to get a good look at it. Are you terrible too? Yeah, I bet most people are, right? We have really lofty thoughts. Christmas is so hectic, and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't even think straight, and you know, I'm exhausted, and I'm going to set some goals in the new year, but yeah, I am really, really bad. And yeah, I'm better with accountability. So I think some of the things and I think taking it in little bites, maybe kind of a few big things I want to think about for the coming year, not too many, and then just having small bites, with keeping track on a monthly basis. And I may put in things I know I'm going to do anyway. you know, I on my daily, like my little checklist, I put like doing dishes, finishing the laundry. Like those are things I know I'm going to do anyway, but I don't know. I don't know if that's cheating, but I'm checking them off. I'm still checking them off, and it makes me feel good. Keep beat, drink water, stay hydrated, take my vitamin D, that kind of stuff. Yeah, doesn't it, Diane? Yeah, it definitely hits home. Let's see. I love this. Sometimes you have, Angela says, sometimes you have, um, yeah, sometimes you need to have some of those little mental health changes. Yeah. And making those changes sometimes can be really hard. If it's change in, a single person or somebody that may be part of a friend group, it's really, that can make it hard. Do they work well for you? Yeah, lists. And I don't always stick with the lists either, but when I make lists, oh my gosh, I am on fire. I'm on fire because as I'm running around the house and I'm squirreling, because I can see something and I go in a completely different tangent. I'm off. Like I'll be doing laundry and then all of a sudden I think, oh, I need to like go do this thing in the garage. And then I'm running out to the garage. So if I if I make that list, I'm much more successful on the day. It's okay. I still squirrel. I still kind of go off in these little tangents to do these things, but then I go back to my list and I keep it in the kitchen, kind of a spot that I walk by on the daily all the time. That's good too. Yeah, just making 2 to 3 things. I often, because I have so much stuff on my plate, I mean, mine might be 10 things long, and I don't always get to those things, and then I just move it to the next day. Um, Probably the big house one, I've been moving it to the next day, and then I just let it drop off. Yeah, and lots of room for procrastination. I'm a big procrastinator. I am part of the. Can I raise my hand? I'm part of the procrastination club. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be the best? I feel we have a dishwasher, but I feel like a lot of my day is spent doing dishes. If I could have somebody do the dishes and cook, those would be my two number one thing. Cooking would be number one, and number two would be dishes. A house full of 4 adults, there's a ton of dishes that pile up in this house. And shout out to my son, Ryan, he always does all his own dishes. So sweet. He just started doing that on his own this past year, and yeah. Oh, Carrie, I am too. I'll tell you what, this is my joy place, and all of you are part of my joy too. Aren't we lucky? Pinch ourselves. Aren't we lucky that we have this community? We have each other, that we've all come together, meant to be, I think. Aww. Are you going to Barnes& and Noble, Susie? Oh my goodness. Are you? Or does this feel like going to Barnes& and Noble for the day? Oh, I am completely new to the flow book thing. Jonna, there's a lot of things I feel like I'm new to, and you guys are always introducing me to, but I am new to the flow book thing. But I want to know more about it. I'm excited too. I hope you do a little bit of a flip through. Angela may be alive. Let's see. Jonna says she has several magazines like Bella Grace, Daphne's Diary that I've hoarded for years, and I need to pull them out. I have something I have to show you guys and share with you. So crazy. There's oh good. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Okay. I don't know if I was going to show you guys this as part of, so I have a haul that's coming up, but it's probably about a month away, but I did a really bad thing. I went to our library book sale. You guys are the first to know. Was it last Saturday? I went with Taylor and one of her friends, and I have not allowed myself to go for at least a year. I'll have to look back on my last haul. Maybe it's been 2 years. It's a very dangerous place for me to be. I mean, when I go to Savers, my favorite section, of course, is the book section. And, I'll come home with like one or two, but I don't allow myself to go to the local library book sale because, yeah, I have no, not filters, not the right thing. I just, I go crazy. I see so many amazing books and I can't not have them. So yeah, I went a little bit crazy, but I bought books to share with you guys, books that are going to be listed on Etsy, some to be crafted with, but the crazy thing was there were a ton of these. There was a whole shelf that had magazines. So Where Women Create, art journaling magazines. What else? What else were there? Artist Cafe, which I'm new to. I'm not one to splurge on these. When I go to Barnes and Nobles and those kind of places occasionally, I'll flip through them. I'll go with the kids. They're looking for books, but they're so expensive. They're so beautiful, but they're so expensive. So there was this whole shelf of them, and I just limited myself to one. This may be even the one that I picked up. They were priced at $3. So I had my big stack of books, and the ladies were adding them up. And she got to this one, and I made mention. I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to sit through and flip through the magazine. You guys have so many." So then she proceeds to say that somebody had donated them, and that the woman that donated them really wanted them to go to somebody that would love and adore them because she loved and adored them. One of the ladies said she had bought, I don't know, I guess there were multiple copies. So I don't know if it was Where Women Create, but I had this one, and she said, if you want all of them or some of them, we'll just charge you $1. So I sat there and I'm like, I don't need to bring more stuff into the house. This is super, super crazy. But I went back and I did, how many do I have here? This is so embarrassing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I now have 18. I bought all the art journaling magazines and I bought all the Artist Cafe. I don't know what Artist Cafe is. I'm new to that as well, but I picked up all of those. I'm trying to look at the side because there's some other books on top. So yeah, I did a really crazy thing. So I don't know. Let me know. This may be fun to do some flip throughs. We could do some live flip throughs. I may end up putting some in Etsy shop. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with them. They're so beautiful. I know we can also cut them up. We can collage with them. We can do some of the projects that are inside, but oh my, I just couldn't. I said, when I checked out, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to text my daughter and her friend to help me carry all this out to the car because I already had 2 bags of books I bought, but how could I not, right? How could I not? Look at how fabulous these are. So I think these are going to be fun for us to do something fun with in the coming year. So that's my little guilty thing that I did. I have stuff on the floor here. Oh, I can't wait. I hope you're going to do. Oh, I'm way behind in the chat because I've been talking. Right? He's, oh my gosh. I noticed like he did it a couple days in a row. I mean, he started last year. And I was like, okay, I didn't ask him to do it. And then maybe the third day, I just said, honey, I want you to notice that I notice you're doing your dishes. And I said, I so appreciate you. Not that Taylor doesn't do dishes and Jim typically never does dishes, but he works super hard. He works like 7 days a week sometimes. So I don't want him doing dishes. He's a hardworking guy, so yeah, but I just said to him, because he's my little quiet one, and I just said, I just want you to know that I noticed and I appreciate you and thank you. Let's see. Yeah, between the flow book and my peachy cheap stuff, I have, yes, you have tons of inspiration. Aren't we lucky? I think that a lot. I like pinch myself sometimes to think how lucky we are. You wish we were talking about books on Amazon. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm okay. I love the enabling. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I found such good books too. That's why I can't go very often. But if I get my stuff together in the coming year and I get caught up with listing, that's one of the things I told myself I teased them. I said, oh, I'll see you next year. I told them, I said, I won't be here till next year. But I can go more often if I get my stuff together. Oh, you did? Nice. And a Daiso. I love Barnes and Noble. I don't go there very often. Maybe I go there once a year at Christmas time because frankly, I'm cheap and I like the treasure hunting of finding books at thrift stores, estate sales, library book sale. That's kind of more my jam. But there's something marvelous though about going into a Barnes and Noble and seeing all the books and they smell good and touching them and they're all crisp and new. Restraint, self-control. I have no restraint or self-control. I literally have 0, which is probably why I don't stick with and make goals and stick with them. Oops, I have to unclick. Yeah, I just can't go because the time that I went before, although I think now I've probably all those books are listed. Have I crafted with them all? No. but I can't do it. I cannot do it. And the children's book section, they have an amazing, oh my gosh, they have the most beautiful antique book section. How come they can't move this? They have a whole wall of antique books. They have a huge children's book section. It's one big, huge, giant room, and then they even have a big area in the parking garage that's like an honor system. And I'm lucky that that's our main library, and it isn't close by. It isn't a place that I drive by pretty much ever, so that saves me. Aren't they expensive? I know it was funny because the lady was like, "Oh, they're so expensive. That's a great deal." And I said, "Oh, I know they are. I know it's a great deal." That was like him. I hemmed and hawed for a little bit as they were counting my books and adding them up. I'm like, "Well, let me go look at them." And I said, I'm part of a community of paper crafters and makers and crafty friends. And I said, whatever I end up doing with them, or we end up with doing something with them, I know they're going to be loved and we'll all get a lot of enjoyment out of them. So, okay. It's amazing. I may go back. I don't know if the same ladies will be working there. They only have we have 3 libraries and they alternate the book sales, but really that's the best one to go to. Taylor went to one of the other libraries, um, and she said it wasn't that great. She found a couple books that she gifted me for Christmas, but she said it wasn't that great. So that saved me. But this main one, so it must be the first weekend of the year. So they do, or of the month. So they do, it's like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But you can go into that honor section that they just have open and they have all the prices written and then they just have a little box you can put your money in. But really the good ones are on the inside. Yeah, it was like a super, super good deal. Yeah, I think maybe what I have to figure out what we're gonna do. Isn't the cover amazing? Maybe we'll do some flip throughs. There's so many. I can, make them available at an amazing price. I'm like, we'll do something really fun and amazing. I can do giveaways of them. Yeah. Yes, Diane, you have to take advantage of the like, not take advantage of the situation, but yeah, you have to jump when those amazing opportunities present themselves. And it was one. I would love to go back. There's probably 25. And I went on, so the sale was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was there Saturday late in the day. So I don't know, somebody could have come Sunday and bought the rest of them, but I think all the ones that are left are Where Women Create, and I love those too. I thought we would get the most fun out of the art journaling ones, and then whatever these arty ones here are. It was like little angels. It was divine intervention for sure. But I would like to go back and look at where the women create. I don't think we'll get as much artsy kind of fun out of them as we will the art journal, but they would be really fun to flip through and get inspiration for like our craft spaces and stuff. So I'll see. I'm going to go back next month if I can get all these other books listed. That's going to be my treat, is to be able to go back next month. And if they're there and the same ladies are there, I'll say, "Do you remember me? Would you still offer that same deal at $1 each?" Oh, I don't know, Crafty Cat. Can you put her link in if you can? I would like to go and follow her. Oh, wait, what is Angela saying? Oh, I just had an epiphany the other day. If you're a diamond painter, I have not branched into diamond painting. You always have extra drills left over. See, I don't even know what the drills are. I thought, duh, I could be gluing those to ATCs and such. You could. You know what you could also do, Angela? I'm just thinking about this. I don't know what a drill is. I have to, I guess, do a deep dive into diamond painting, but could you also like take images like this and put the little diamondy things and fill them in? Is it like a special board that has indents? See, I have know nothing about it, but could you take images like this? Like, could you, I'm sorry, like, could you take this? Could you take an image like this and then cover it and do a little collage with the diamonds? That would be a cool thing. Again, I don't know anything about it. Oh, Diane, can you get it? Oh, hopefully they have like oh, like a big long grabby thing or a what am I trying to think of? Yardstick. Yardsticks always work for me. Yeah, so you're not tempted. Yeah, I can't even tell you the last time. The kids love to go to Barnes and Noble, like when they give gift cards and stuff like that. So I'll go with them because I love going. But again, we probably go like once a year. I can't even tell you the last time because I'm a cheapie. I'm a cheapskate. And I like the hunt. I like the hunt of like finding things at the thrift stores and whatnot. Those are your, oh, I know. Oh, I forgot that, Diane. You love, I think I have a couple, and then I have that book. Did I share that book with you guys? We'll have to do a flip through. I found a hardback book. Maybe it's Savers. I don't remember now where I found that. So I will keep that in mind, Diane. I will keep that in mind. Oh, that would be so cool. You should do a little experimentation, Angela. Wouldn't that be cool if you find a cool image and then you could like basically do a collage over anything? The little dots, diamonds. Do they have a let's see, it's a flat canvas with so you could just use glue maybe. Maybe glue. Okay, I'm gonna get back. I want to just hang out and chat with you guys. Okay, let me get back a little bit to doing my layout here. I like this one. Look at this. Look at this one that I found. This is us. This is what happens. This is what we've been doing for the last 10 minutes talking. But I love it. I love it. What else do I have in here? I have that lady. This is like although I do a lot of this already. I do a lot of I like to relax. I do a lot of like my mornings. I like drinking coffee. I like contemplating the day. So I do spend a lot of time with that. That's already something that I do. That's probably not an aspiration for the coming year. Let's see. Some of these might be too big. Oh, I have to put butterflies just because I also want to add things that I love. I have the feathers here. Okay, let's start gluing some things down. But I do love this. Let's use the big. I find I grab my little scissors a lot, and really the big scissors are better. But I do want to add butterflies. Kind of like Diane, I always like to include the things I love and things I love doing. Okay, let's just start gluing and it will all come together. It'll be perfect no matter what. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna go. What do you do, Kathy? Do you just get like a little bowl? Let me go get like a little something. Let me get something wet. I don't know if that's what you do, but I just grabbed a little bowl and put a little wet paper towel there. Let me try that. See if that's better. Oh my gosh. A million times better. Wow. But yeah, I think you have to kind of keep doing it a little bit, at least with this glue stick. That is an amazing. That's a life-changing hack. Okay, we like that. I don't know what this thing is, but I like it. I have picked it up and was going to add it to some other pages and didn't, but this is the time we're going to use it. It's just cool. Okay. All right. Okay, this is the big thing I have to do this year. I'm actually going to put this, maybe part of it. So the big thing that is going to go on my personal side is, I think I've told you guys before, our house is super, super old. It was built in, okay, good. Dip it in and wipe. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's a good idea too. Did you mean that clear contact paper might work too? Yeah. So and also I'll tell you the multiple reasons. So our house is super old. It was built in 1956. Maybe some little remodeling. I think the room that I'm sitting in, that's now our dining room, living room, our neighbors have said that was added on sometime in the 80s. It wasn't done correctly. We have issues with the foundation on how this room was tied into the old part of the house. That's been the number one problem because it's going to be probably very expensive, very messy. We didn't know about it. When we bought the house, the cracks didn't show up until a year later. Things started shifting and moving. So we could not go back to the owners. There's a long story with that as well. Learned they're definitely not reputable people and kind of shysters. So, yeah, so that wasn't an option when we figured out what was going on. So we have big cracks. Much of our house is original to 1956. Our kitchen cabinets, a lot of the flooring, our windows are original to 1956, which means they're drafty, they're thin, they're not insulated enough. So yeah, it's going to be a big undertaking, and it's something we've needed to do for years. We didn't have the money to do it. And then now that we kind of have some money set aside, it's just going to be dirty and everything needs to be touched. We need all new flooring. We did a little small remodel on the guest bathroom, which is the kids' bathroom, maybe 3 years ago. That wasn't such a big deal. But yeah, our bathroom needs to be remodeled. The kitchen's falling apart. The cabinet doors are falling off. They don't even work anymore. You name it. So we need new flooring, new windows. A lot of windows need to be replaced. Our bathroom needs to be updated. It has so many issues. Kitchen is atrocious. So it's a lot. We have to fix the foundation. And so was something I thought about doing last year. I even reached out to a couple, what do I want to say? Architects, because we're going to have an architect. I'm pretty sure the contractor that my two neighbors have used for some big remodels and builds they've done on their house, I really like him. I've talked to him a lot. He's come in the house, so I think that's who I want to use. But I do need to get some architectural things. because he's not an architect, but he can do the, the contracting side of it. So anyway, so that's my big thing on the personal side. It's going to be hugely disruptive to us. I also don't know how it's going to affect YouTube and crafting and Etsy and all that stuff, because rooms are going to be ripped up. We're going to have to pack stuff away. So I've been procrastinating on it, but we have to do it this year. I can't procrastinate anymore. So I had a picture of this. Like, this is not our house. This is just kind of a picture of a 1950s house, which is our house. It's a mid-century home. So this is, personally, I want to walk and drink lots of water and take good care of myself. I want to continue to do that. But I'm putting this on this is the personal side. This is number one. And this is a goal. Or I have to. And yeah, and I'm going to keep you guys updated every month because I need to be accountable on that. A couple of my good friends know, and I have one friend that she stopped holding me accountable because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But this is going on here. This is a big thing I need to do this year. And clearly procrastinating for so many reasons. I mean, the big crack we have, it's right next to me. It runs through this room. So it's kind of in this dining room section. It goes right next to me, and it goes all the way through into our bedroom. So it's not just in this room. I think our bathroom and this room were added on or remodeled in some way. So yeah, I'm like, is this whole room going to have to be packed up? Where will I craft? Where will I do YouTube? Where are we going to put everything? Oh my goodness. So that's a big one. Ooh, where do I want to put the kitty? I'm going to put the kitty down here. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on. I guess the other bad thing about I like this small, right? This isn't like a big thing, but it also doesn't leave you a lot of room for things. But let's go ahead and glue this down. Ugh. I bet some of you understand the procrastination. Ay. It's not going to be good, but who knows? Maybe it's going to open up some other windows of opportunity, or maybe looking at things in a different way. I don't know. But the end will be, we will have, things will function well, they'll work well. Our house will be less drafty. Our kitchen has the most horrible layout, but cabinet doors will work and drawers. Yeah. That will be the icing on the cake when all is said and done. Let's put the little kitty there. I like the kitty there. Yeah, it's major. It is major, Susie, which is why, and with houses, how they go, you start one thing and it leads to the other, and it isn't really like, I mean, I think we'll probably do our bathroom first, but then, we can't sleep in our bedroom. Where are we going to sleep? All our bedrooms are taken. We don't have a guest room. So, oh, why did I use that glue? I should have used that's the one thing, that it's fine. But when you use the art glitter glue with magazine pages, I'm going to stick that away from me. This is my preferred glue because I like the precision tip, but it makes little lumpy bumpies. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but the little kitty's a little lumpy bumpy. So this is definitely a better thing here. So yeah. let's put that there. I like that there. Or do I want it here? Let's put it there. So that's going to be a big thing going into the new year. And I don't want it to keep me from all the other things that I want to do, that I look forward to every day, every week, that bring me joy. Okay, like that. We gotta get this little camping thing down. And then let's look at some of our words. Has anybody had to go through a big, like, major home remodel like that? Do you have any tips? Any suggestions? I would love to know. We did a few little things before we moved in, but we didn't have the money to put towards anything big. We put a new roof on, new windows in the kids' rooms, and paint. We painted. I got up on a 9-foot ladder. I don't know that I could do that now. All these years later, I don't think I would, but I painted every inch. Other than the ceilings, I painted every inch of this house. Every inch. Oh, exception my dad. My dad came and helped with our bedroom, our master bedroom. He came and helped me do that room. I like this here. This is us. This is our little talking. So we keep doing that. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I like this. This to me represents what we are doing here with the journaling. Where are we going to put that? Let's see, that might go there. We're not going to put her. She's way too big. She's way too big. I have this out for background. Aren't these fun? These will have to go in some other month. This is like more dancing, more skating. Let's see here. These are cool, but I don't think we have room for them. And then let's look at some of these words. Oh, I love this though. Let's see if we can put that plant somewhere. Okay. We have focus. I'm going to cut that out. Let me get maybe some cute scissors here. So we want that to be included, or at least I do. Yeah, I think that's a very good suggestion. Because we store it at the side of the house, we do have we don't have maybe actually we probably could run water to it. Obviously we don't have sewer, but I think we could probably run water and we would have electrical, and it would definitely be comfy. So that may be something that we think about doing. The other thing I thought that we're Kaiki, our other cat, he liked to claw furniture. He was our little claw furniture guy, and he did a number on the couch in the family room. So the other thought I had is we could maybe get a sleeper sofa, which would be nice. We have family come over, friends or kids' friends or something like that. So maybe get like a sleeper sofa. That's my other thought. Because at least if this room is really messy, like our bedroom, and then this room has to be torn apart, then we can kind of do all our living in the family room part of the house. But camper would probably work the best for sleeping. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Terry did a lot. We did our upstairs last July and did all new floors. Oh my gosh. Stairs and hallway downstairs, new paint and trim and baseboards. I remember you did that. And baseboards throughout entire house. It took about 8 weeks. The more organized, the better. Well, that's not too bad. 8 weeks. I could do 8 weeks. I could do 8 weeks. And the more organized, the better. Yeah. I would think that that's probably true. And the last couple years, I've some of you know if you've been with me as long, but my mom and my stepdad passed away within 4 days of each other, somewhat unexpectedly. And um we had 3 weeks to clean out their home in Wyoming, and my mom, this is gonna be old to probably many of you, but my mom also, I got my love of vintage and antiques from my mom. My mom collected as well, and because we had to pack up and empty a 3-bedroom home with a basement and also a detached garage. We had to do it really quickly. We had to be home, for our son to start high school. And so we had a really small window of time. They don't do estate sales there. Uh, we overloaded the 2 thrift stores in town. In fact, closed one down. We were donating so much household stuff, but the vintage and the things we wanted to keep and the things that it was just too hard to make a good decision, like a quick decision, and it was very emotional. My husband was so sweet. We got a moving truck and moved all those things here to the house, and we couldn't even walk in our garage, couldn't park any cars in, could hardly walk through the garage. And so the last 3 years, I'm patting myself on the back. I've done an amazing job of going through everything. I did live sales on YouTube and shared a lot of my mom's things. I've listed them on Etsy. My car, we can now park one car in the garage. Not two. I don't think two would fit. Our garage, again, 1956, so it's super narrow. But with like boxes and packing stuff, that kind of thing, I don't know. Maybe my daughter's car, maybe Taylor's car, we could fit. Um, but I have equipment from my other business, some big uh, uh, what do I want to say, machinery from our other business, and that I'm not ready to get rid of. And yeah, so anyway, I've done such a great job. I have very little amount of inventory that needs to be listed on Etsy, so I am patting myself on the back. Um, but anyway, so I've done tons of work on getting that really cleaned out, but it does need organizing. So that's also number one. This year, I told my husband, I don't want any Christmas gifts. I want the garage, like that last layer of organization, get rid of things we don't need, we're not going to use, tools, stuff like that. And then I want to change out the cabinets and just make it really clean and organized so that when we have to pack things up in the house, we can put those in bins, label them well, and everything is like pristine and clean in the garage. That's my goal anyway. So hopefully we're going to get started on that, working on weekends and stuff. Hopefully this month. Oh, let's see what else. Get someone you trust and look at renting a pod unit or somewhere to store your things helps with them maneuvering around. Oh, that's a great, I didn't even think about a pod. Oh, I wonder, like we could put a pod in, we have a really short driveway. We don't have like a wide or long driveway, but that's a good idea, Terry. We could probably put a pod in the driveway. Yeah, sleeper sofas are not comfortable. So frankly, we probably will have a better sleep in the motorhome. And we don't mind that mattress in there, but we'd probably treat ourselves. We've been wanting the last couple years to get a new mattress in there. So we'll probably get a new mattress. I think. Double, yes, double, yeah, double whatever they say. He I have to say he's super clean. He does beautiful work. Super efficient. He did some remodeling and then a large build for our neighbors, an add-on, and he was amazing and easy to talk to, easy to deal with. So if he doesn't retire by the time. And that's the other thing. We had a wonderful contractor that did some work at our old house. Not a lot, but some like light kitchen, new countertops, a little light remodeling in one of the bathrooms because we had a water leak. So kind of smaller things. And then he did a few things here when and oh my gosh, I recommended him to everybody and anybody I knew. Amazing person, in every way, just the nicest gentleman, super clean, super like conscientious beyond I wouldn't even think about not being at the house and him having keys and being with just an amazing person. He retired. So I coaxed him into helping do a remodel on the condominium we bought for my mother-in-law to live in. And he's like, I'm really retired. Okay, this is the last thing. So I was so grateful for him, because he just did beautiful, amazing work. And so, but yeah, otherwise we would be using him. I never even got quotes from other people. Like once we met him, um, he just was a go-to guy all the time, but he sadly is retired. Yeah, one step at a time. I have to decide. I think we're going to start on our bathroom. I think that makes most sense. Um, I think. I don't know. Maybe when I find the architect, then we'll see what they think. But I think it would be good to isolate, do our bathroom. That's kind of an isolated thing. Of course, it will affect the flooring in our bedroom, but then maybe we just kind of don't address that or we do it in stages. I don't know. It's very overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. I don't even, which is why I haven't done it. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Just it stresses me out. Even thinking about it, it stresses me out. Okay, I'm gonna put focus here. I'm gonna use this glue. Yeah, I just have to do it. I do feel though if we get the garage a little bit more, maybe I think that actually that's the first step. First step is finding an architect. I wasn't super jazzed with the first one I talked to last year. And then I was recommended another one, but he doesn't return my calls. I tried to call him twice. And so, yeah, so now I'm kind of cold. I'm going to have to cold call people and get an architect that, that we like. So that being said, I don't know. Do I want to put that word? Or do I want to put that down? Let's see. Let's see what these are. Oh, I'm going to use this, what she did, because this is going to be a big undertaking. So I'm going to look back on this page spread here, the vision for the whole year, because that's going to be part of doing these too, right? Looking back and being like, did I do it? I like these words. Am I stressing you out? You probably can. I'm going to put this one here. That one's going to go here. What she did. I'm not going to do, this one too. This is a good one. This is going to go here. A year of change, what she did. Because I can do it. I can do hard things, right? I can do hard things. And that's going to be a hard thing. Also, like our house is not one of those houses that it's an open floor plan. so that, it's not like we have a dining room and then we have a kitchen, like everything is open, and it is so old that like everything needs to be touched. Also, I really want to honor our home because we do live in a really beautiful home that has special architecture. It was built by a particular architect and designer here in the 50s. And so I want to also honor the home. I'm not going to put like I don't want to be starbursty mid-century modern, but I do it's a classic post and beam. So that's the other thing that stresses me out is I want to honor the home, and I want to use materials that honor the original architecture of it, if that kind of makes sense. I do love mid-century furniture, but of course now I have a lot of antique and different pieces that belong to my mom that I absolutely love and adore. So we're much more eclectic now, but I tried to do that with the kids' bathroom to kind of honor the mid-century, but still make it, 2000s, I guess, and make it classic so that it still looks classic, um, 15 years from now, I guess. Yes, I think that's it. I think I've worried about it so much and I've procrastinated on it so much that it's probably I just have to do it. I just have to jump in and do it. Yes, and, we've never had, like, and knock on wood, Gary, the guy we used to use all the time and love, like, I haven't had a remodel disaster, thankfully. This is wood, so yeah. I guess I'm scared of having one, but I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Things always, um I don't know, Jim and I always say that things always work out the way that they're meant to. And we just have had so many blessings in our life, even when you look at it from the outside, like it shouldn't be a blessing, things always work out for us. They just really do. Not to say we don't, have roadblocks and things that have brought us to our knees, but yeah, things just always work out the way that they're supposed to, and happily. They work out in a happy way. Yeah, I think that, yes, and he's done a lot of work. He's worked on our next door neighbor's house and our neighbor's house 2 doors down. And I've been really, really happy with the things he's done. And again, I'm not going to do like Starburst 1950, I'm not going to do our bathrooms right now because I think they were maybe remodeled in the 70s and 80s. So luckily, they didn't have, maybe good or bad, they didn't have the 1950s tile anymore, like the black and pink and the black and turquoise. They didn't have that. So I don't then feel the need to keep that or replace that with the same, I guess, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to do that, but I think honoring very much the inside out. We have so many windows. We have like windows galore in this house. So it's very that kind of 50s, 60s, like Sunset Magazine, big windows, inside outside living. The house is that vibe. And I've kind of decorated it with that vibe. So I think that's kind of, classic materials, natural materials, neutral materials, that kind of thing. Um, so I think I kind of have a vision. It's gonna be very so that's probably going to be that. Well, you guys are going to be along with me for the journey because we just don't know. We don't know what the year has in store. I don't know yet. Like I'm even thinking, okay, because this is where I do YouTube. This is where I craft in this room. So I'm also like, okay, Could I take a little corner of the family room to do it in? Not really. I don't really have, but I could craft. Luckily, we have a dining room, like a small table in our family room. So by crafting in here, I'm not taking away a table to congregate and eat at for our family. So I could just set up my Thursdays and, clamp my camera on, and I could still do there. So there is a lot of positive. I could also do it from the motorhome. I could probably go out to the motorhome as long as I have Wi-Fi. Okay, I like what's happening here. Probably could have, is there anything? Let me look at the words. Let me see. I like this. A year of change, what she did. Crafts people. Oh, I like that too. Oh, let's do this. This is us. Made for each other. Made for each other. This is part of the page too. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's add that. Let's do this. And we're going to put it by our little talkie people here. Our little family here. That's us. Made for each other. Make. I think I'm going to put that on the next page. Right? So I'm getting pretty full here. I'd like to have something. Oh, this one. Let's put this one here. Will that fit? Really like this. Let's put that down here. And also, I might come back and add to these pages. I don't know. I might continue to work on this a little bit more. I shouldn't have pasted on there as the day goes on. Oh, let's put this up here. I like it better there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to call this spread done. I'll probably work on it a little bit more, but let's go over to this page. Let's work a little bit on this side. So if anybody came in later, how I'm planning to design my vision board journal is I will have a spread for each month. So this is already my start of my spread for January. I'm going to have a pocket on this side for personal, and then this is going to be business, creative, crafty, all that kind of stuff. So of course, this is this is going to be the house side, and I have this. So this reminds me of our family room. We have a cabinet kind of like that where the TV sits. So this, yeah, this I put here because it reminds me of that cabinet. I even have plants on there too. So this is the family room. I put update there because the house needs updating, which is an understatement. And then this was that cool little figure that was on the ice cream sandwiches that my niece brought over. And I have a clock because it's time to do it. It is time to do it. I don't know why I put flowers. They just seem to work. And I have this little meandering path here because it will be a journey. It will be a journey. So that's my personal side. I don't know. These have all kinds of stuff on there. I'm just going to stick those in for now. So let's put, okay, so I've already glued this together. My pages are thin. So I just plan on gluing 2 pages together as I go along. And I just use the glue stick to do it. And you can see they're not super lined up, but it definitely gives me the thickness I'm after. So let's continue. I'm going to grab some map page. I'm going to put that book there. Put that there. I love this. Share the joy. Okay. Yeah, my heart is beating fast. Even thinking about the remodel. Also, you know why? Because now it is in the universe now. I can't not do it. It's one thing to say it to family and friends. You guys are my family and friends, but you know, my local family and friends here, it's one thing to say it to them, but now it is on YouTube. It is out in the universe, so I have to do it. I have to do it. I like these are going to go on there. I can't not do it now. Let's get some other book pages. Love book pages. I think I have a bunch of little things in here. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's grab a couple of those out. There's no turning back now. No turning back. I am going to be accountable. So I think my first, well, I think those two things can happen at the same time. So finding an architect is, let's see, what do I want to do here? Because I'm going to put little tabs here. I guess I'll glue that there. So those are going to go, the personal side, I need to find an architect. I'm only going to give my two things that relate to the house. I'm going to have architect and garage. Architect and garage. I'm not going to overload myself this month. And garage, you know, that's going to be a work towards, because of course Jim works full time. That'll be something that we do together. Little baby steps. Gonna set myself up for success for sure. Put that there. I love this water, Kathy. I think I need a new, that one's super sticky. Let me get a new page here. Keep it. Ooh, I like that. I love this. This is kind of game changing, the water. Something big there. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? I don't want to glue on here. I need to do something fun. That would make such a cute journaling card, corner tuck. Oh, look at, we need to use that. It's soups. It is soups. How did that happen? How did that happen? I want that word to show somewhere. What does this say? Beautiful soup, so rich and green, waiting in a hot tureen. For whose such dainties would not stoop? Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Let's see. Yeah, I mean that's been thought part of my thought process, we have really bad Wi-Fi here in our area in general, but I'm thinking that maybe part of it is to figure out like some kind of booster, or maybe I could just get like a Wi-Fi that reaches out there, because when like even if I'm in our bedroom or I go like I get SOS all the time. That's how bad our Wi-Fi is here. And it's our neighborhood. It's just how our neighborhood is. No, I'm definitely not going to do it all by myself. That's for sure. The blessing too is that, Taylor and Ryan, they are, um, they have great style and are super conscious of like aesthetics and things like that. So definitely Jim will probably say, "Oh, whatever you like." I'll see. It'll be interesting if he has like heavy opinion on things, but he tends to kind of we vibe. Like he loves what I love, but he's not super opinionated on things. He's just very easygoing, which is a blessing. He's not like, no, I don't like that, or that's ugly, or stuff like that. But it's nice that the kids are adults and older. So I'll have them to bounce design ideas and looks and aesthetics. So that is a great blessing. And yes, we're all going to dig in. We are all going to help get the garage organized. I should be in that commercial. That's me talking about redoing his kitchen for years. That is me. Probably as long as we've lived in this house, which is like 15 years that I've wanted to do this. But we couldn't do it for a number of years based on money. It's just like so crazy expensive. And then, yeah, then we were taking care of my mother-in-law. My mom and stepdad passed away. There's just been a lot of things. Diane, what? Oh my gosh. That would have been amazing. Oh, oh my gosh. I would be like done. I just wouldn't even think about it. I wouldn't even that would be it. That would be my solution. Susie, it's like there's no well, and that's different. So we have a Wi-Fi issue and we also have cell service issue. So I guess I put the two together, but I don't know. SOS is when you have like no cell phone connection. I don't know. And our neighbors were having it. They work from home. I'm not sure what they did to fix it, so I have to get with them. Christy! Hi, Christy! Hello, hello, hello. I loved watching you and Laura last night when you were coloring and you were on Laura's live. Oh my gosh, it was so relaxing. I got all my Christmas junk journal supplies. I got everything organized. It was so fun. Oh my gosh. I wish I could start. Yeah, can I have a do-over? And I'm not gonna tell the universe about the house. That's how nervous it's making me. I almost feel like, oh, can I have a do-over? Forget I said that. Forget I said it. It's giving me heart palpitations. Oh my gosh. There probably isn't a way to do virtually, right? Like she probably has to walk in the space in order to do it. Oh my gosh. I know she's amazing, Diane, because you wouldn't have a daughter that wasn't amazing. Oh my gosh. That would have been so perfect. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't vibe with the first one, and he actually was recommended. I had to chase him down too much to get the quote and get information after he had done the first walkthrough, and I'm like, I don't have time to do that. So that I was like, no, not for me. And then of course the second one didn't return my calls. So don't know what that. And he came recommended from our realtor, or the realtor we used when we sold the condo, who's absolutely amazing. I have to put the soup on there, the soup thing too. So yeah, but that he was not the one for us. That's what that means. That's what that means. Okay, got our soup. Where's this one? Okay, so I want to put that on there. We have to have the soup. I need something to fill this in. Here, need something else. Do I have more map? I want books to go on there because we're book lover, books obsessed. Have to go on the creative side. Oh, here we go. Here's some more map. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Hey, sweetheart. Ooh, Taylor and I are going to IKEA this afternoon. We are going to go pick up a small little bookcase for her room. Like her mama, she has a weakness for books, but where my books are more collecting and crafting with, and she collects too, but I would say you read your books, right, Taylor, more? Yeah. Oh, and this has to go here. Let me not forget that, my little thing. So anyway, but I pre-bought let's stick that there. I pre-bought a bookshelf that we're going to go pick up, and then our treat is to walk around IKEA. So I haven't been there in a very long time. And top on the list, I'm going to check out their napkins because I have bought some really, really good napkins in years past. Some of my favorite decoupage napkins. So I am excited to check those out. Oh, here we go. My favorite paper. Let's put some of this on here. So that's going to be fun. It's a little treat for the day. I did not. Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, I did. You're right. I don't know. I have like a brain fart. Christy, I did. That was so wonderful. That was exciting. I know you guys were super excited about that. Let's see. Diane said they completely remodeled their kitchen before they moved in. See, that's so nice. We just couldn't. We didn't have the money to do it, and we just had to sit. We had a terrible situation. When we sold our other house, it fell out of escrow because the woman that was buying it, she was supposed to be putting money down, and then she ended up changing it to all cash, which you can't do. And so she misrepresented herself, and it fell out of escrow, and it was a terrible, stressful situation. We had 3 homes. We were making 3 home payments for like 6 months because we what do I want to say, covered my mother-in-law's living expenses and mortgage at the house she was living in at the time, and then we had this house, and then we had our old house, and then it took a while for it to sell. And it was like 15 years ago when the real estate market was super, super crazy and prices were falling, and it was so stressful. So yeah, we came out of that okay, but the only things we were able to do before we moved in was painting, because I would come over here with the kids, and they were super little. Ryan was 3 when we moved in, so Taylor would have been 6, and we would come over here just, from when we had open houses and stuff. It was so crazy. So I would try to paint and do things in between watching the kids and take care of the kids. We don't have family that lived close by. So yeah, so crazy. So we did the roof, we painted just to get freshen everything up. We had somebody come in and paint out the wood beam ceilings, which is probably sacrilege to people, but there were a lot of water, like leaks and things that had happened over the years. So that was really all we could do. I think it would have been super difficult. I don't know how they're cedar and have a lot of texture to them. So I don't think we could have done it unless maybe we stained them darker. But frankly, I have no regrets. I love having the light, bright ceilings. They're really, really beautiful. So I haven't had any regrets in that. And that was it. That's all we did. And two windows, Taylor has two windows in her room and Ryan one. We replaced those so they were safe because they weren't safe. And that was it. I think that's all we did. That's all we did. They completely remodeled their kitchen before we moved in. They literally lived across the street, bought a house from Elder. Oh my gosh, what? That's like a perfect scenario. That is a perfect scenario. Being across the street, you can watch everything and then move in when it's all nice and done and ready. Amazing. 1950, 50s, 1950s, 60s. Yeah. I have to say I love the architecture. I love the mid-century architecture and I like some of the design aspects, but I'm probably a mixture of like 50s and 70s. I probably go more towards a 70s aesthetic a little bit. I love mid-century furniture, but I am more kind of eclectic or boho 70s. I don't know. I love plants, brass, wood, um, and macrame. I'm kind of more. I don't even know what my aesthetic is. That was so exciting. I was very excited for you guys. I know, because I know Laura loves her. I'm sure she attends a lot of her lives and stuff. Yeah, Leah she has such a distinguished aesthetic and vibe when her what do I want to say, shorts and things pop up on my YouTube, like I know it's her. I don't even have to click on it. I know it's her. She has such a fun, positive, bright, happy vibe. I know it's her. You know it's her. Okay. All right. Okay, let me glue this down. And then I'm going to put a few things down and put my pocket down. And I'll probably work on this a little bit. Oh, let me ask you guys. Okay. I probably have to promise not to talk this much next time because, oh my gosh, it's like 2 hours and 22 minutes. Whenever I do Thursdays, I always say, okay, this is not going to be a long Thursday. Do you guys want to do another session next week or do you guys want to move on to something? I really want to do Valentine type things. I have a couple like paper crafting things I want to do Valentine wise. I have kind of a larger craft that I've wanted to do for a bunch of years that's very Valentine-y, but probably more display or home decor. Maybe it'll end up something that'll go into my Etsy shop eventually. But yeah, I guess type in the chat if you want a journal or type vision or type Valentine if we want to move on to, because Yeah, I feel like we have to start touching if we wanna do kinda love Valentine stuff, I feel like we have to touch on it this month because yeah, February 14th will come around super, super quick. Super yeah, doesn't she? Yeah, she yeah. I think that she really, really does, yeah, is probably that Laura loves her, and she has a really special, aesthetic to her crafting. Let's see, what does Diane say? Diane's biggest regret was not oh, that would have been, yeah, not buying their old house then. Prices have gone out of control in Northwest Arkansas. Yeah. My parents, my dad and stepmom used to say that about our old house in San Pedro. It was the cutest little adorable house. And I wish there had been a way that we could have kept that house and bought this one, like kept both at the same time, but we just couldn't. We just financially we couldn't keep that one. Even renting it out is the most adorable. That house was built in 1923. One of the owners, because I randomly met them, she was the secretary at or I should say, administrative assistant at Taylor's preschool, the first preschool Taylor attended. Um, and strangely enough, she looked at our address and she's like, oh my gosh, we used to live in your home. Her husband was a fireman and he did a lot of like contract work on the side and construction. I think he did both. And so a lot of the remodels that had been done and little additions and things to the house, they had done, which was so cool. She's like, "Is the wood floor still there? Is the formica in the in the laundry room?" So it was super fun. But it was the cutest little house. It had a view of the harbor. Oh my gosh, we love that house. And of course, both our babies were brought home to that house. So we were there for 10 years maybe, but yeah, that I love that little house, and I wish my parents wish they could be living there, and I it would have been a great house for my mother-in-law probably to live at some point in time. Though we do think about that house, and when we drive by it, we're like, "Oh my gosh, it would be fun to be able to buy it at some point in time or buy it back." Yes, I totally agree. I always know Carrie shorts too. I always know Carrie shorts. That, that says a lot. That speaks a lot that you can look at a short and know who it is. That means that you have a very distinctive look and style. That's huge. It is huge. Oh, good. Okay. So Christy's saying, okay. So we have one Valentine and we have one journal and we have two Valentines. Okay. So, and I think Diane, let me know. I think Diane is the only other person that's working on it. Correct me if I'm wrong. She may be the only one that's doing a vision journal. So let me know if anybody else is in the chat, that's still in the chat, because sorry, this has been going on very long. Let me know if anybody else is also doing a journal. So I'll keep that in mind. Also, my thoughts were going forward, I probably won't incorporate this into Vintage Craft and Chat. I like the idea of Vintage Craft and Chat stayed other tutorials and other things. So I'll probably keep this vision board journal. I'll keep it a separate live from Vintage Craft and Chat. I didn't even name this Vintage Craft and Chat today, so I'll keep it separate. So oh, and Terry's doing it too. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pick a day. Oh, by the way, Leanne is changing her crafty lives that she does. Craft Ladies, is it Cat Ladies Crafting? She's changing hers to Wednesday, and I think keeping it noon Pacific, so I wouldn't do it on a Wednesday. But maybe what I'll do, because I am talking way too much today, apologies. I'll find a day, maybe Monday or Tuesday next week. I'll have to look at my calendar, and we'll do a live just for this. So those that have been doing it, we can kind of, finish up and kind of wrap this up. So we'll do another live for that. And then Vintage Craft and Chat next Thursday, we will do Valentine's Day. I think that's a really good compromise. I think that's a good thing. Okay. Does that sound good to everybody? Okay. I'm going to glue a couple more things down here. And then I think, let me glue this down and then we'll say goodbyes. What time is it? 12:30. I need to eat a little bit of lunch. I arranged the pickup. We don't have to pick up, which of course it probably doesn't matter. We don't have to pick it up until, I think I'm going to glue this down this way. We don't have to pick it up till, blah, 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 I can't talk. I think I said between 3:30 and 4, but it probably doesn't matter, right? I think I'll use this glue. No, I'll use this. I'll use this one. So definitely still have time. I have so many things I want to do creatively this year too. Really have so many things I've wanted to do and just haven't done or haven't found time to do. Kind of crafty wise, creative wise. But I can't let that get in the way of this big house project. For sure. Okay, where's that little bit of map? I have to say this kind of makes it easy keeping my background papers pretty neutral. And if I continue to find images and things as the months go on, I'm thinking this should be a pretty quick thing every month. At least that's my thought process. I like this green. Let's stick some of this somewhere. Yeah, and I will do that too for the rest of the year. This will be a separate thing. Maybe I'll be sitting in the motorhome. We'll reflect back. I'll be sitting in the motorhome on one of these times. It'll be funny. But we have a table. There's a table and a sofa. And then it has like a separate bedroom area. It's a C-class. So I definitely have lots of room. And frankly, I could probably, if we have to get in it and travel, it'll kind of won't be good, but I could probably I could utilize kind of that top bed. I could keep supplies in there too, in that top section, because the kids' rooms won't be disrupted other than flooring. When we eventually get to flooring, I'd like to put new doors in. The doors are not, I like this green. Doors are not good. They're super kind of cheapy hollow ones. I like to put some better quality doors at some point in time in the whole project. Okay, where was the stuff we wanted? I want to put, this is going to go right here. Books. So I think that's a good idea that Diane had about the RV. Is that upside down? No, I think it goes that way. Okay, we like that. Grow. Oh, this, I wanted to put this here. Look how cute this is. Cheer. I'm going to put this up here. This is fun. Kind of a nod to January. It's not very crafty though, is it? I'm going to put that there. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I think the monthly collages don't matter quite as much as what's in the pockets, I think. That's kind of my thought process, but I like that. Cheer. And let's put that down there. That's what we are. Because really this creative side, you know, these are, my list is going to have goals, business, and creatively, but I wouldn't have the creative and the crafty side of all this if it wasn't for you guys coming and hanging out with me, inspiring me. Sharing excitement and things, like buying way too many magazines than a person has room for or knows what to do with. Okay, let's see here. See if there is anything else here. Oh, that's kind of cute. Let's put that there. I like this make. Like that. Yeah. And then I'll probably just come, you know, when we get together, when the next live is, and I'll post that and put in the community tab. And then, you know, I'll probably add some little things because really like this one here, I want to come in and I want to do a little bit of outlining on her. I think that would be fun to get a micron pen and come in here in black. So I think that'll be fun. So there's some little extra things that I want to do. This is January business. Okay, what do I have on here? This is very rudimentary, but I have, so some of my business goals, and again, this may fly out the door. I'm going to be very, give myself grace and gentle because I literally don't know what's going to happen given the house stuff, but I want, at least on a monthly basis, I want to list one handmade and Day Trip Vintage Company. So maybe a journal, maybe it could also be something I've made and have yet to list. I have a couple of those things. So on a monthly basis, I think I can hit that. I want to list at least one handmade item in my Etsy store for Day Trip Vintage. This month, I want to finish listing all my Christmas. I bought and treated myself to some really special vintage Christmas items from Cindy Mimi's Treasure Cottage. And I also bought some really amazing vintage from Helen. I shared that in an unboxing on New Year's Eve day. And so I bought some things that are kind of more my vibe and the things that I gravitate towards and decorate with. And so therefore I pulled out some things in my collection that I had, but kind of aren't super cohesive with my decorating style anymore. So I pulled those out. So now I have additional Christmas. So I want to finish listing all those little figurines and things. And then I also have a huge collection of vintage Valentines. Let me know if you guys would be interested in doing a live and sorting through those. So I want to go through and determine the ones I want to keep for display, keep to craft with, and then I want to get some listed on Etsy. And that's it. I've been really kind to myself, I think, so far. And then I want to start prepping 2 to 3 Valentine projects for us to do. So I think that's pretty doable. And look at, I still have this that I wrote down that Kathy, because we eventually need to do gold leaf. This make it push forward a little bit, or maybe I'll incorporate that into Valentine's. So that's going to go in there. And then this is my personal. This is my personal. I have walking, which I do with my neighbor, my dear neighbor, but we've been really off with, being sick. She's had some sickness in her household and traveling and the weather. We've had lots of rain, but I have walking. I need to keep hydrated. I don't drink enough water, especially in winter. Self-care. I'm really sad, but I'm way overdue for a haircut. I way overdue for a manicure. So I wrote self-care, trips and travel. I want to get fun. I should also put like family get-togethers. I want to have more family time with extended family, and definitely start thinking about trips and travel. And then look, I have here garage organization and bathroom remodel. I need to put on here find, because that's number one, right? Number one, architect. That's the number one thing that comes before that. That's it. That's what's going in my pockets. And then I'll have to come back here and kind of do those bigger things, and then I'll share that with you when we go through and we do the next live. Hi, Caroline. Hello, hello. How are you? Happy New Year. I didn't see you come in. Let's see, who else did I miss? Mama Juju. Did Mama Juju come in? I missed her. Where is she? Probably way up here. I see somebody saying Juju. I don't see her. Oh, there you are. Oh, because of the YouTube thing, like changing names. There you are. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. They do. I was thinking that, Susie, last night when you were asking about the coloring books, asking Christy and Laura, I think they have some really cute ones at Five Below. I was going to suggest that, and then I was knee deep in trying to sort my Christmas junk journal supplies. I was buried. They have really cute ones, and they're less than $5. So it might be even, I don't know what the Amazon ones are priced at. It's probably more economical. I'm guessing they're 5. I guess they could be below 5. You know where too, Susie? Do you get to thrift stores often? I always see coloring books. There's some of them, I guess they'll be more adult, because I know you were looking for something that had really simple graphics in it. But thrift stores, I always see so many. I see so many in the thrift stores. Next time I go into Savers, I'm going to keep my eye out for some really simple ones. And if I find, I'll mail to you for your granddaughter. I didn't. Is it adorable? Oh my gosh. I have to go look. I need to cut like 3 or 4 inches. I am over it. My hair's like, like, I'm probably 6 months past needing a haircut. It's terrible. And yeah, I'm over it. I am over it. I'm not going super short, but I'm definitely having her chop off a 10. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, I have to go look. You did? Did you guys did you do a vision board, or were you doing like the journal? This kind of a journal layout. Yeah, definitely I will keep my eye out, Susie. Because I feel like I see them all the time and I don't look at them because I have a few that I keep on hand for my niece, but she's not wanting she's wanting to draw more. Um, she 11 now, 10. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna go, but I have to share with you guys what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't think I shared this with you guys, and then I promise that we'll say goodbye and go. So I was texting our older niece, my brother-in-law's daughter. So our niece and her husband and their youngest live super close by, just a few minutes away. And Taylor, is Zoe 10 or 11? Well, she's not in the other room. I'm not sure if Zoe's now 10 or 11. She's in middle school. And so I was texting my niece before Christmas and I said, I have a few things for her, but what would she most enjoy and most love? And she's very artsy and crafty, very similar to Taylor. She and Taylor have a really special, sweet connection and relationship. And so she texted back and said that Zoe really would love to do scrapbooking or junk journaling. And Angela was like, I don't even know. I just don't even know the first thing about that. And I said, wow, her auntie has her covered. So, of course, I got so excited about that. So, I put together because I'm not really a scrapbooker, but I put together a whole junk journal kit for her. I got a big bin and I ordered a bunch of the zipper envelopes, those envelopes that we love, like these. I ordered a ton. Look at, there's a Christmas coloring book. So I ordered a bunch of these and I went to Dollar Tree. I got on Amazon and just got her really basic supplies like paper cutter, scissors, corner rounder, hole punch. Gave her a bunch of glue sticks. I'm just having her stick with this kind of glue. We're not branching off into this yet, but I put a whole kit together for her, fabric, everything. And of course I dug through all of my stuff and I still keep finding stuff. Like I have a little pile over there for her, but tomorrow, and I bought her a book. So I asked, like, what's one of her favorite books, Disney books. And so I ordered her a book on Amazon and she is coming over tomorrow and we are going to be junk journaling. So we're going to take her little golden book apart and we're going to start. We'll see how far we get, but my aim is to help her and show her how to make the journal. And we're doing little golden book journals. So we're going to keep it super, super easy. And then she can decorate it. And I bought her stickers and had found stickers in my stuff. I've been coming across cute book images that she can fussy cut, all that kind of thing. It's going to be so fun. I'm so excited. We were going to do it. My son, Ryan, he had the stomach flu this week. Poor thing. So I don't know. We had it scheduled Monday or Tuesday, and then I had to postpone because I didn't want to get her sick and her mom sick. So tomorrow is junk journaling central. I'm so excited. Hi, Angela. Hello. Happy New Year. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I don't make journals on the daily, the weekly. So I'm going to have to go, I would have to go back and watch probably some of my lives. I'm probably going to go back and watch a little bit of the tutorial, that series that Leanne and I did, because I always think of Leanne as the expert. And she probably doesn't even have to think about putting it together, but I'll probably go back and have to watch a little bit of the redo. We were kind of taking turns on what we did in that series. So yeah, oh, I have to I'm gonna get her mom's permission. So I probably won't video us working because I'm sure we'll be eating lunch and doing all kinds of other stuff, but she's coming over around 10:30 tomorrow. So definitely I'll get my niece's permission, her mom's permission, and hopefully we can do a little bit of a flip through because I know that she would love it. Camera down. I'm super, cautious about those kind of things, but I'm hoping we can do a little flip through or at least kind of where we got. And then I'm knowing her, I know she would probably love to do some follow-up flip throughs. Maybe we'll do some follow-up, like the decorating and things as she's working through the journal would be super fun. She does. She does. She does, Kathy. She does. Taylor, it's funny. Taylor doesn't do it. So Taylor's going to be home. Well, both kids are home because Ryan's, I think he's definitely on the mend. I don't think he's no longer, what's the word? I don't think he's going to pass it. I don't think he's going to pass it on. He'll probably hang out in his room though, mostly. He's still in the chill mode. But yeah, she's a little, maybe not as bad as me, but yeah, we'll probably have a tendency to squirrel. Maybe we need Taylor to be here in the room to keep us on task, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to keep us on task. It's so hard to, right? I know, when you start looking at all the different supplies and all the fun stuff, when you're doing stuff like that, I think it's really easy to get a little bit distracted. So I wanted to say she's not squirrely, but I'm sure just seeing all the stuff, it gets, right? You're like, oh, let's use this and do that. So I'll probably plan it out and just say, okay, we're kind of working with these things right now. Because my tendency would want to be, I enjoy the decorating the most. So my tendency would want to be to jump into making tags and cards and all the fun stuff to put in it. So that's my issue of why I would squirrel. So all right, friends, I have to let you go. It's almost 3 hours. I so appreciate everybody that joined us today. I love you guys to pieces. Oh, wait a minute. You guys, wait, I got to do this really fast because I'll forget. I didn't put the soups down and I don't want it to get lost. Let's see, where can I put that? I'll put it like this. I got to put this down. It never ceases to amaze me how things like this come our way. Okay, let's put the soup thing here. Let's put this here. And then, okay, this. Let's put this somewhere. Oh, let's put this here. How cute. Like it's on the side of the book. Like it's a soup book. That would be cute. If we can find other words. Little words that fit there. Oh my gosh, I love that. Because I know this is going to get lost. But when I tidy up, I'll put everything back into, I'm going to put it here at the top. I'll put everything back into an envelope. That's going to be my thing. Envelopes are going to be my friend, and little clippies are going to be my friend with this whole, put that up there. It's so funny. It's our little inside joke there. Our soups. So cute. There we go. And we got our little fun thing here. So what was I going to say? Yeah. So watch the community tab. I will let you guys know when I put the live up for our sort of follow-up for working on our journal. And then going forward, we'll do a separate live crafty thing just for the journal once a month. So maybe, what do you guys think? Maybe 2 weeks? So we would already be behind in February, but I'm thinking maybe 2 weeks before the coming month, maybe we would work on our page layouts if we're going to be doing, the index cards and that kind of thing. But so 2 weeks before, I'm gonna write myself a note. Let's plan on doing a live. It will, and then we'll kind of get into a routine. We'll figure out what day works best, and then I'll try to keep it. So 2 weeks before the end of the month on a consistent day and time, we'll be doing our vision board journals, and then that will be separate from our vintage craft and chats that we do every Thursday at this time frame. And then next week we are going into some kind of Valentine craft. I have a couple ideas in mind. I'm still laughing at the squirreling. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Susie, you could just say yes or no. Did you get something in the mail from me? I mailed out a few things, and a little birdie may have given me your address. I just want to know if something came. I hope it didn't get lost. Just a little bit of love I sent out. I like that. Flies turning into fiesta. I did. I actually did. In 3 hours, talking for 3 hours, and all that we talked about and all we got accomplished, I did get a lot. And I think because I had images pulled. So I'm hoping every month we will have lots of talking time, but also if I'm kind of pre-pulling things and keeping them in the little envelopes, I think that will be success. And I've pre-cut my little pockets here, right? I pre-cut those. Those are going to stay inside, and I'll just put fun things aside as I come across them, from food packaging, stuff I find in the mail, whatever that kind of speaks to that month. I'll also keep a little envelope or something for that. Let's see. Okay. So I hope, oh, I'm so sad you've been feeling sick. I hope that there's a little something waiting in your mailbox for you. So I think it'll probably uplift your spirit, Susie. So when you're feeling better and you check your mailbox, I hope you'll find something special just for you, a little bit of love. And I sent some loves out to multiple people. I ran out of time. I wanted to do so much more this Christmas, but it was a squirrely moment. I had a lot of other things, and I stopped, like, for 3 days straight. I was crafting and doing stuff. And I'm like, nope, this is more important to me, to work on some gifts from the heart. So I did mail out quite a few things. And again, that's one of the things going into the new year, is to start ahead of time so I can send some more love out. Oh my gosh, that took so long, Kathy. Oh my gosh. Yes. And I didn't get them out in time for Christmas. I'm like, everybody is not going to get them in time, but I just trudged ahead. I just kept going, because I know it's the thought that counts. But and that's one of the that's you could look at it, one of my flaws, or maybe it's a little bit of it. Maybe I hope some people look at it as an endearment, but yeah, I kind of I chronically am behind. I'm chronically trying to catch up on life. Oh, I hope it makes you smile. I hope it makes you smile, Susie. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna go eat lunch. Gonna go to IKEA. I'm so excited. I will share if I find cool napkins. Of course, I'll pick up to share with everybody, but I will share a pic. And thank you, everybody. Love you, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.